So we've got it there, and everyone's. Okay, so Kim, you're not muted. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Right. So we'll start our session this morning. Good morning, everyone. So we have our Rise and Shine for Thursday morning. We're looking at 12-step Dao Yin. And today, she says, pointing at the picture, we will be looking at lotus flower appears above water. So this is a practice which is a seated posture. But of course, we can adapt it, which we will be looking at today as well. So starting with feet together, welcome with our greeting. Good morning. And we'll also start with our settling of mind to body, allowing the weight to settle into the feet, smoothing your breath. Let the shoulders be relaxed, and we lengthen from behind the crown. The tailbone will naturally be softened downwards, and we're going to open with our 3 circles, arms opening, encouraging that inhalation as we open the circle, and exhale as we press the ball down, softening the weight into the legs a little more. So we take that again, nice and smooth. Inhale and exhale. Truly upright. And the softening as we press. Well done. So I'll be a mirror image unless I say otherwise. So stepping to our left shoulder width, I'm going to start by placing hands on the hips, waistline, just above the hips there. Turning head first. So we're turning to our left, nice and level with the position of the head. Inhale on the turn. Let the breath go as you stay in position, and then have an inhalation with extension of chin towards the shoulder, releasing back. That's nose as well, and goes directly to the right. Pause, and then an extension there. And coming through to the front. We'll do that a second time. Gently moving across, no rushing the movement for the head. And of course, those neck vertebrae. Now we're going to take that chin forward. Push ahead with the chin, as in jutting the chin, and then lifting in a slight curve up. So we're opening the throat, teeth together, releasing with a semicircle coming back in, and let the neck draw back before we take the neck forward again to tuck under to chin, to chest. So we open the full length of the neck vertebrae there, and coming half circle back up and into center. So we do that a second time. Center, inhale, extend, exhale to tuck in towards the chest. And release forward and back to its natural position. So well done there. We're taking the hands forward, little beak with the fingers sitting to the shoulder edge. So our shoulder circles happen through the elbow as we lift forward, keeping the space shoulder width between the elbows. So just directly ahead and up. Rolling movement there. And again, 2 more. To the front. Inhaling and exhaling. Now we're going to take that to the back. Inhale Exhale forward. Movement. 3 more. Always we can adjust these circles for what works best for us. Now we're crossing at wrist and opening out. Little press, and then we set the arms down. We're going to do a loose arm wrap, tapping to the body, lifting that heel, just waking the body up. You can turn the head as well, gently to the corner direction there. And then letting the arms come down. Now we're going to stay a little bit with knees flexed, so you're rooted a bit more through the legs, double weighted, and taking the left hand to right shoulder and drawing that back arm around your waist as much as you feel you can. We're turning from the torso with the head to our right as we inhale. The hips don't change. And then we turn back. So we swing arms, wrap at the front, and then make your turn with inhalation from the waist. And release back. And letting the arms down. So we're moving on to the feet with the feet together and the leg extensions. So here we're going to lift arms, lengthening the sides so that when we take the opening of the hip, we open the right toes, soften your weight, heel forward on the left, and we're gently extending over that front leg. Keep the toes in line with your knees as we gently rise, opening out. A little sense again of pressing with the palms on that opening of the arms. So inhale, opening left toes. Exhale as we take that body weight forward. So the first sense we can take it the knee height. And I always ask that the chin is, again, a little bit forward as you lower the body. So you're not lowering the crown of the head. As we take the movement up again. So second time, again, here we may find we can lower a little bit more forward. Feel you're lengthening away from the waist to come forward and then drawing up. One last time. Left toes, soften that weight, heel forward and lengthen ahead. Exhaling the breath. Still with that chin ahead, there, forward, and then we come up. Well done. Stepping back. So we're going to have massaging of the knees. We support the knees as we sit the weight down through the legs. Inhale, exhale as we sit the weight down. Keep the chest free of the thighs. Don't crunch over. Just let the tailbone sit more down and then open the back of the knees. Give yourself a pause. Inhale, exhale as we sit the weight. Well done. We have 2 more of these, and you notice the hands are circling on the knees as we open the arms, the elbows open, as we lower the body. That's it. And one more time. Prepare your breath. And gently drawing up. And here we can dangle arms and feel we're rolling through the spine to draw the body up here into shoulders. Great. From there, we're going to lift the heels. So we open the arms again to raise heels, bring the hands centered together, pushing up, and then bring those elbows forward so that you're not holding the elbows out to the sides. Whilst we're up in the heel, draw the arms down, soften the weight back into the feet. Again, preparation, and then the lift with inhalation. Pulling up the length of the body, elbows slightly forward, don't let them stay out as we draw down. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, find your balance. And of course, we're still helping that lift from the behind the crown, lengthening upwards. One last time. Elbows coming forward and letting the arms draw down, head of the body there nicely, and change. Well done. Now today's posture, before we finish our warm-up, is a cross step. We will be looking at this at the start of the practice for the posture, but just as a warm-up, I'd like us to have the hands on the hip and step to the left, shoulder width. And then we're going to shift the weight across, the knees soft on the left, and we're taking a step behind with the right toes behind the front leg, but not directly in line with the front leg. We want space between the feet. The heel is up at the back. So this is the first level of a cross step where we take the leg behind the other. So when we come to look at the posture in depth, we'll look at the lowering of the body. Now we want to step back out shoulder width. So soften the knee, step and back to shoulder width, step alongside. Let's take that to the right. Soften your knees, stepping right, shoulder width, setting the foot, take the weight across and take the left foot behind, step, cross. So your thighs sit together at the top of the thigh, and the knee, back knee is in line with the front knee, ideally. The key is to have, whilst you're in that position, you feel that you have the gap between the leg. It's not too close in and it's not too far back. Just have a comfortable step. And what we notice is it's to our back corner. Now we step again, softening knees back to shoulder width and step in. Now I'm going to show you the posture. Lotus flower appears above water. But before we do that, let's just bring the hands to settle for our warm-up onto the body. We'll have both hands there resting, just to close on that position, the practice of warming up, and let the hands release down. So the posture today starts as follows. So there, just have a little look, see what you recognize from previous postures. Now I'm taking the full posture, but of course we need and can adjust most definitely where it's not possible to sit in the position required. So the full extension up overhead and opening out to set back to center. So bear with me a minute. I'm just going to open. I have some blinds here. Maybe need a bit more light on that, I think. Sorry, I've just realized the day is brighter now. So let's have a look at the base work of the step together. Hands on the hips, feet together to start. So we step, firstly, we soften that weight down through the legs. Let your left heel rise. We're going to step out shoulder width. And as we are in this position, we come up naturally in the body weight, in the posture. We then soften the body weight down through both legs, taking your weight to left and step behind with the right foot to your back corner. So it's not directly behind your line of body. It has to be diagonally positioned. Your heel stays up. The push and the press down come from the ball of the foot there. So we're going to, as first point of cross with the legs, we now want to know how we lower the body comfortably. So the next level is to let your knee sit to the back of the front knee a little more so that you find you're softening into a curtsy. So have a sense of that curtsy, I would term it. A little bit of lowering centrally down through the weight there, through the legs. From there, the back of the knee can slide down the front leg to the mid-calf. So that way you have another lowering. That's what I would call level 2. And of course, the third level, seating or resting stance, as it can be termed also, is to sit the weight, sliding that back knee. Now, please don't do this if it's not going to stay. This is a great position to be in here. If you feel you've done this before, then we can lower, sliding that back knee on the side of the front leg. So you sit on the back heel. Now, this is not for everybody, so don't do it if you'd rather not. You're not obliged to do it in the posture. We then push off the back foot from whichever level we're in. So it can be this level. We push off the back foot so that the knees are aligned together, and then we step back shoulder width, and then we come up naturally through the legs. Step feet together. So I would suggest today that the point of reference can be the lowest, suggesting to the back knee set to your calf is a good position, very good. So let's have a look at that again. Stepping to our right. We soften through the legs, step out shoulder width, shift and rise naturally. Soften. Now we have the swing step. Diagonal cross. Legs together here. We can have the lowering of the body. The knees sit together, and we can have that softening, first level, and then that's back of knee to knee, front knee. Then we can drop the back knee down to calf. So that's a good position for us. And then we can push off the back foot, draw up, not fully, but part way, step, shoulder width, up through the legs, and now we can step back in. So it is a strong posture for the legs, and it's supposed to be so. It's again one of these movements that they call like the roots of the tree, where you really bring those legs together to create a strong push for the circulation. And the other aspect is the arms. Let's look at the arm movements. I'll come a bit closer for those. We'll stay facing forward. We're bringing the arms forward, back to back. We gently open those elbows, and this we've seen before, Old Horse Stable, where we flick and open out, keeping it nicely circled around face height. You don't need to go too high. And the hands open, and we turn them to face forward. Now the arm movement is a swing of the right, leading right hand to left. As we do that, we create a fist, and the lower hand left turns and faces the hip. So both fists are there held, this one initially in front of the chest at the lung point, and this one towards the hip. The fist is going to turn more on this lower hand, and this hand is going to turn forward for the pull. So we're turning it forward from the chest, and here we open. So we're pulling this arm across to be in front of the side of this chest position here. Again, Jungmann. And there should be a curve to your arm, as there is here when we turn the fist. And the fist is downward facing towards the hip. It's not too close to the body. We want an expansion. It's like you're pull and open, still keeping in line with the body connection there, lung and hip. So this elbow stays nice and high, don't let it drop. And this hand rotation through the wrist there. Now releasing, we drop both elbows. We bring the heel of palms together. Our lotus flower is going to appear above the water. Keep a nice open wide palm. Fingers are going to be pushed up, and we follow with gaze. As we take the arms fully up, this is an extension upwards. Lengthen, lengthen. Look up. And then we open, looking forward. And letting the arms come down. Let's do that one more time. So we've got the arms drawing in, back to back. Open elbows to let the hands unfurl along the center line, and fingertips, fingernails, flick, opening out, face height. Lovely. That's very nice. We turn the hands forward and we gather. This time we'll do the opposite side. The left hand is swinging across, same level, shoulder height, and this arm, we're collecting fists, both hands as we swing across. Now they are almost aligned here on this front corner. Before we turn out, front arm, lower hand is turning in, and we expand, we pull and we extend here from the hip. So that's your stretch. That's the point of stretch. Now we release that stretch. Come with heel of hands together. Lotus flower coming up from the mud, pushing up. Keep it nice and strong and open, lengthening up. We look at the bloom up there, and then we open the arms out to the side and draw the hands down. It's a lovely arm movement and very almost like a flourish but we have that expansion. So have a little feel of that movement. Bring your arm across, left to right, right in, and expand. Get that sense of opening and coming back in. Let the arms relax in together, holding head of tangent, chest center, when we bring the heel of hands together. Let's release out. Open arms, swing right to left, left coming down, collect fist, open, expand. Feel that sense of working with the breath, and then release out. Exhale. Inhale with that lift of your lotus flower all the way up. All the way up. We follow with gaze, and then we open out and lower arms. So now when we bring it together, we have to bring that synchronizing of arm and legs. So let's have a go. We bring the weight, feet together. Draw the hands forward as we soften our weight, letting the left heel rise. As we start the lift of the arms through the front, step shoulder width and bring the continued movement to the front, flick and open. So I'm going to move across because I'm going to step to the left with the swing step. I bring the right hand, and that's when my weight is shifting. I'm going to bring the hands to fist step. So now we have that action here, and now we're turning the fists before we pull, because as we sit the weight down, let's find our position. We're turning the fists down towards the hip here, across the body here, and we turn the head and look to the side on the final posture stretch there. Then we bring the heel of hands together whilst we're in the lower position. We push off the back foot to help us lift, and then step shoulder width. Continue the lift of your lotus flower. Fully up, lengthen arms, opening out. And then we center the weight. It's a really lovely posture, this one. So you want to feel that energy surging upwards, which is the key to this posture. So now we're going to look on the second side, rolling those arms inwards, softening weight, heel right, stepping right as we open arms. Set your weight in the center, open out. Hands facing forward. Now our swing step, arm and leg together, step behind, position knee to back of knee. We've got the fists and we're softening down. Find your point of position and we open that, expand those arms just as we did before. Keep this front hand ahead of your shoulder line and here towards the hip. It's not sitting, it's a wave, but it's in line. We turn the head right. Inhale. Exhale, release, holding your lotus flower. Rise a little, step shoulder width, and continue the push of your lotus flower up to the sky. Open, looking forward. Excuse me. That's looking very nice. Well done. Let's have another go there. It's such a lovely posture. So we'll move to our back to feet together. Obviously, we start softening. The weight is going to step left, shoulder width, unfurl, and open, naturally upright. Swing that right hand towards left shoulder, right step behind, diagonal, and the fists are formed. We're rotating now. The fists are out. Let the body weight descend. Nice alignment through the back. Pull the front arm across and turn and look to the left. Exhale as we bring those hands together. Inhale, rise, push off the back foot. Don't let the hands continue until you're up in the double weighted position. Opening and center. Oh, it's so nice to feel that energy coming through. Soften the weight, hands back to back. And stepping out to our right, shoulder width. Naturally upright. Opening. And again, our gathering. Pull that left arm, swing the left foot, step. So it's behind you to the corner. Turn those wrists and hold. Sitting weight open. Pull, there's your stretch. Looking. Exhale, release, holding that lotus flower tanjong. Push from the back here. Up. Not fully. Step. Then lengthen up. Pushing up. Opening out as we exhale. Yes, we're going to do it again because we want to feel at ease and just have a little swing of those arms just to get yourself in that movement of swing and open, creating the fist and then the opening of that expansion. So remember the turn of the wrist, keeping that elbow aligned and that curve. So we're not keeping it too close. That's it, yes, but it's still in line with the shoulder. You recall with our bow posture, we're always keeping that elbow on the same line. So here it's the same aspect. It's not down or up or back. So keeping that same force, if you like, through that arm, as we do with this arm here, turning out. Have a little practice with your arms and wrists turning in and turning those fists. So the eye of the fist is down, eye of the fist is down here on the lower hand as well. And there is space between the hip and the hand and the shoulder and the hand. So together we release and bring the heel of hands forward and then they rest together. Keeping the fingers open, we push up. So that's it, just have a little practice with that swing of arms. And bring the hands back in. And then we can have a relaxed down. We're going to do just one more time with that posture before we close. We've still got a bit of time there. So with feet together, softening weight. Let the arms draw in. Stepping, shoulder width. We're continuing the lift and opening. We're going to our left as we pull the right arm, this left hand lowers. We collect the fists, there's the step. Rotation, sitting weight, we pull apart, expand, and look to the corner of the side here of your left. And then we release that expansion, holding the hands, heel, palms together. Push from the back foot, push from the back foot to lift, but not fully upright, just so the knees are still soft. We then can step shoulder width. Now we extend up, lengthen through legs, lengthen through arms, opening out. And then we center the weight, gently coming back in. So well done on that. Hopefully you'll have an opportunity to give it a little practice and really feel that nice energy. So we'll just close there. Lady's right hand left on top, and obviously opposite the gentleman. The left hand would be first positioned. So from there, we'll just do a little facial massage to our closing aspect. So taking the hands together and from the chin, smoothing across the face. As if you're washing, of course, it is termed washing the face. So we're doing 3 times, smoothing around. And we'll also come to the scalp, smoothing from along the center line of the face, the forehead, over the scalp, to the back of the scalp. Use your index and middle finger to circle in there to the base of the skull. And this will activate the, stimulate the Yin Pon points on the Feng Shui. Very good for our immune system. Want to boost that. So we're tapping the whole neck down from the top to the base and drawing through. Well done on your practice there today. I hope you found that helpful for the posture. And thank you for joining me.
Penny,
yes,
I got 2 questions.
Okay, cool.
All right, okay. Every time when we open the arms or coming down, do we maintain the Dao Yin palms?
It should be a natural, yes, it should become more natural as you progress through this set, that your palm would be still held in that slightly fanned shape. So that obviously this rotation here, when you open the hands back before you turn them forward, yes, I would say definitely encourage the thumb to turn in as well. That provides extra rotation before we release and gather back in to the fist. So yes, I would say you can work that in.
Yes, okay. And then, when you expand, when you're holding up 2 fists,
yes,
how far we expand
ahead?
We showing it's like forward and sideways. How far we go?
Yes, the book advises 30 centimeters.
Right, okay.
So, I mean, literally, you're just about a foot towards, away from the body. You still want to have the curve to the arm. So if you're too far forward, you lose the curve. So that's what happens there. If you're too far forward, you lose the arm position. So you want to still have that curve shape. And here as well, on this position, we want the curve shape. If you extend too far away, you open the arm out too much. So keeping the position slightly curved, and from that, as I say, about, oh, you're there. I don't know if you heard that answer. Oh, are you muted?
Unmute, right? Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay.
The recording, yeah, it's okay.
So did you catch that? My answer?
Yeah, no, I know it's 30 centimeter. Yeah, I heard that bit.
Yeah, that's the book suggestion. But of course, you notice straight away, as soon as you extend it too far, it's about that energy. We're creating an expansion of the energy. But if we go too far, then you get a sense it's gone. You're not. It's not plain.
As long as I feel there's expansion, that's good enough.
Yes, that's right. Just feel that opening, and it's the same with the lower hand. Ensuring your fist stays downward facing, the eye of the fist.
But also pushing out, your bottom hand also pushing out when you expand.
It is. It's like a expansion together. Don't feel just one and not the other. Yeah, work together. And then they come back together, always synchronizing.
Yeah, all right, okay. Yeah, got it. All right.
So hopefully that's going to be helpful in the posture.
Yeah.
How did you find the lowering of the body? Was it helpful to discuss how the different levels?
I think really down to our flexibility.
You sit, down to your flexibility. That's right. Yeah, definitely.
That's what I got.
Always watching how low you go. Okay, well, wonderful. Thank you for joining me, Lao Shu. 再见.
That's it.
Thank you, Penny.